Harris, can you please sing us the podcast intro this week?
Sure. Podcast is here to stay. The podcast is pretty great. Here we are. Let's begin the show.
Thanks. Hello, I'm Cameron, your captain as always. And with me is Paris, my first mate.
Yeah, me. Hello here.
And Josh, the chef on board this voyage.
Right, that's just me having a brain attack from Cam. I'm
Gotcha.
actually a cook, not a chef, thanks. I trained under the cooking arts.
As
Chefs
captain,
are just like this other thing. Chefs are just a bunch of posers.
as captain, I'm the one who assigns the jobs, so you're the chef.
Alright,
Bitch.
accepted. Changing my name as we speak.
And
You
this is the
can't beat
Chaotic
him,
Voyage.
join him.
And you've already heard the intro. So, what's that? Paul Johnson isn't here today. Wow. Where is he?
Yeah, he
Anyone.
was thrown overboard long ago. Oh wait, I wasn't supposed to say that.
God damn it.
I'm gonna have to kill you guys now. Sorry.
First you talk as if you're, like, being a mutinous person, trying to change your role, and then you talk about the real truth about Paul Johnson.
Some things just can't be helped, I'm afraid. Like
What
Paris.
are you afraid of?
What?
You said you're afraid. What are you afraid of?
I don't remember saying that I was afraid.
You did. You
Yeah,
said,
but it was like
just
like
like
a figure
Paris,
of speech.
I'm
I don't
afraid.
think Paris, please.
So you're
you're
scared.
confusing me.
he's scared.
I'm scared of you.
Don't be scared, Josh.
Scared of confrontation. Gotcha.
My mind is blanking a bit right now because I keep wanting to make One Piece jokes because we're talking about a ship and a crew, but you guys won't get it and no one will. And
Oh, Luffy. One Piece. Don't give it up, Josh.
I get it.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
One Piece. I love it. Classic One Piece quote.
Classic quote. Luffy, I'm gonna kill you.
No,
Watch out.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Man, I love when the Grand Pirate says that to Luffy.
Gotta go.
I've
Gotta go.
I've officially changed my name
Go-
to the Destroyer as I'm about to
Luffy.
destroy this ship and everyone on board.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go make a new crew with Paul Johnson.
Just
And it's
try
gonna
it.
be
Good
amazing
luck.
because he doesn't exist. So I'm gonna have a crew to myself.
Oh,
He does
cut that.
exist.
Don't cut it. You can't.
Watch me.
That's actually what Paul Johnson's power is. He can just unexist at will,
Yeah, it's pretty
That's
impressive.
but he doesn't have the power to re-exist. So he's just stuck.
Oh,
I-
sweet. He has the power to die.
Yeah.
I guess we all have that power, though. Really. when
Check
you
out
think
my
about it.
sick
Well.
power.
My power is
Except for Cameron.
that I'm immortal, so
Wow,
I
that's
can't
pretty
die.
good, Cam. That's pretty special.
it is. I'm very
Cameron is
special.
pretty special. Oh.
Wow, good joke, Paris. Fucking
Wow,
loser.
well, good joke yourself, Cameron.
Wow, thanks,
Uh,
mate. Ah.
Oh, you're welcome. Oh,
Speaking of
God.
thanking people, so
What are you thankful for?
I haven't played
I'm thankful for the series Dark on Netflix.
PlayStation in a while, mostly because of uni stuff. Sorry,
fuck you
Paris, but I already
You
had
know
something
what
I
you
wanted
can
to talk
watch on
about.
PlayStation? Netflix.
Fuck off.
Cam, where are you going with
You
this
know
one?
what's on Netflix? Dark.
So I haven't played in a while. I turned on my PS4 the other day, and I get a message saying,
Was it an update?
no, it's a message from a person,
Me.
and they said, hey, just randomly noticed your page on PSN profiles. I felt the need to say, very impressive, man. Great work. Like, referring to, like, my trophy
Your
completion.
score.
Trophies.
Okay. Very good, Cam.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just
Is, it
wanted
still,
to...
is everything 100% or did it all get ruined?
Most things.
It's very close to 100%.
Trove isn't though.
Trove isn't. No.
I feel like it's a double-edged sword because now you're too scared to play games in general.
If I
At
play a
risk of
game, I
hurting
finish
your
it.
score.
I'm just careful about the games I play.
He's
Yeah,
that
that's
good.
right. You keep 100% score, but you only play the easy games.
You know what's also what's good? The series on Netflix called Dark.
Speaking of dark, what's everyone's
Paris
favorite
is trying to
Marvel
suggest something.
superhero?
I really
Is that a
like...
racist joke about Black Panther?
No. Did you
Oh,
just make a
could have
racist
been.
joke about Black Panther?
Yeah,
No.
it sounded like you just made the joke.
I didn't do anything.
Speaking of
Yes.
jokes,
Speaking of jokes, Paris, what do
my
you have to
favorite
say?
Marvel character is that. Are we just going off of like movies or?
Yeah, we'll just go off movies.
Because I don't like the Black Panther movie, as we all know.
My
But
favorite
I
is
like
definitely Shazam
the character.
Get the fuck off my ship.
because he used to be
Get
Captain
the fuck
Marvel.
off my ship. Get the fuck off!
Alright, cut that out. We need some bleeps. Need some hardcore bleeping.
The only
right
thing I'm
now.
going to bleep is
outta
your wrong
here.
opinion. Dick.
I don't know
Oh
who
my
my favourite
God.
character would be though. Like real talk. I don't know.
Daredevil.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but that's so obvious. That's like saying
Yeah, that's my pick.
Naruto's your favorite character of Naruto or
That's
something.
not
you
true.
know? It's like,
Well, then
Shikamaru.
who's your favorite character of Naruto? Checkmate, atheist.
No, but it's like I don't know. I feel like Deadpool's so easy to be the favorite.
I said
Maybe it's not.
Daredevil.
Maybe I'm wrong. Wait, you say
you're
Daredevil or do you say Deadpool?
I said Daredevil.
Ah, I think you said
Yeah, so
Deadpool.
Deadpool's good too. But...
Oh, this is awkward. Yeah, but I mean, like,
Yeah,
you can see Deadpool is like really easy to be like the favorite character because he's the only one in an R-rated film.
Yeah,
Oh, he's just
for
He's a madman.
every edgy teen's favorite character.
Every Ethan's
Yeah,
favorite
like
character.
Yeah.
oh, what's that chick's name?
Electra.
The edgy teen.
Oh, Negasonic Teenage Warhead.
Yeah, that's that one. I actually like her. I think she's cool.
She's a
Her
cool
powers
character.
lit. Always has really
The
cool animation and
Lit
stuff.
AF fam.
Yeah, lit like
The
a
Human Torch's powers
like
are
a
pretty lit.
lighter. Lit like France. Ooh, too soon.
Jeez.
Too brutal. Cut that.
Yeah, I guess just for the sake of this, we'll go off of all Marvel movies, including those not made by Marvel Studios. Just so you
Can
can
we just go off the comics and TV
So even
shows
like
too?
Wolverine and
just
stuff.
yeah, sure, go whatever you want.
Yeah, Wolverine's a good answer actually.
Wolverine's cool.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
It's
I'm
really
gonna
hard
stick
to
with
say
Daredevil.
because if I'm going off the movies, it's different. But if I'm just thinking of the
Yeah,
actual
exactly.
power and the person themselves, regardless of the stories of the movies,
Yeah.
then Wolverine is definitely really cool.
Yeah, like Black Panther's cool, but the movie, not great.
Yeah,
Mm.
I would never choose Black Panther, unfortunately.
I really like the character, like, on its own, and
Yeah, it's cool. Well,
yeah,
yeah,
but
you're right. He could be cool. He has the potential to be cool. I need to see a Black Panther 2 to decide that.
Yeah.
I think it's not an origin film.
You also haven't seen Civil War, have you?
I have no idea, man. The thing
Just-
is like,
just cool in
because
that.
like before, I don't know.
Okay.
I only really got into Marvel like kind of recently, I guess, in the scheme of how often the movies have been coming out.
Yeah.
So a lot of those earlier ones just kind of all blended together in my mind. But I'm not really sure. I don't think I saw Civil War.
I feel like you haven't.
Wait, is Civil War the one where that big like alien thing starts coming? Not alien thing, like ship, like spidery thing with starts going through the city, and like I might have seen it. Hang on, unless I've just seen
Do you mean
videos of
the
it.
first Avengers?
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. What's the bad guy in Civil War, or is it them
It's-
against each other?
It's mostly them against each other, but
Then
it
I haven't
does-
seen it. No way.
No. It has my favorite
Well, have
villain, Zemo.
Now that I think, oh no, I think I have seen it. I think we saw it at your house once.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I do kind of remember them fighting each other, unless that just happened in a different movie.
They
I
did
doubt
fight
it.
in the first Avengers movie.
My man. The pointless conversation because I don't know.
Good talk.
Yeah, it was good.
great talk.
Favorite Marvel character? Probably Wolverine, because he's fucking the whole idea of metal claws coming out of your hands is just badass. Plus, it's Hugh Jackman, who I love, so
Yeah.
he's probably a
pick.
winner.
What about you, Cam?
I have to say, if we're going off like comics and everything, I'd say Hawkeye, maybe. Hawkeye's definitely up there. Comic book Hawkeye, and to a degree, like later Hawkeye in the movies is really cool.
That's Mightiest Heroes. Hawkeye is good.
Definitely best. Janet Van Dyne, also cool character. One of my favorites.
I don't think I've seen Hawkeye in anything at all.
Okay, so you haven't seen the first Avengers, the second Avengers, Civil War, the first Thor for about 5 minutes, if that. I think that's it.
I don't remember anything.
You haven't seen Endgame? Wow.
It's gone.
Fake fan.
Yeah, I know. Horrible. But, yeah, I don't really remember him, at least. I know him from the trailer.
It's sad. He's not done justice in the movies, I reckon. As a Hawkeye
I feel like
fan.
from the look of him, he looks like someone who you could easily get wrong.
Yeah, he's
The bow guy wearing, like, all black. He just looks a little bit like a bit of a pansy, but...
he's all purple in the comics, which is probably not better, but he's like...
they actually made him better, but it's still bad.
In the comics, he's like a really funny character.
Right.
Which is what I like about him. Also, like, he's not done justice in the movies.
Yeah.
And a common complaint is how he's useless in the movies. But I disagree, and I say that Black Widow is more useless than Hawkeye.
Alright, let me Google that one.
True.
You don't know Black Widow? Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, yeah. I just don't know her hero name. What even is her power?
Being attractive.
Oh, damn.
Having a pistol.
Wish I had that power.
Just... Alright. Real talk, though. She's fucking
Me too.
useless.
What is her power, sorry?
She's just an assassin.
She's
just an assassin.
Like acrobatic, I guess.
She's just an assassin.
Yeah, everyone talks about how useless Hawkeye is, but they love Black Widow because she's like Scarlett Johansson, so she's attractive.
I don't think I've ever heard... I mean, I've never heard anyone rave on about her. I've only watched like reviews of the movies I've seen, though. Like from Angry Joe and whatnot, and they're massive nerds, so I trust most of what they say.
Yeah.
I kind of figured there was a bit more going on with her, though.
Trusted.
I know that people talk a lot of shit about Hawkeye, but they don't talk shit about Black Widow, who...
She's basically Sakura.
Basically. She went up against, like, Thanos with the full Infinity Gauntlet with, like, zappy hand things and, like, got fucking wrecked immediately because she sucks.
I mean zappy hand thingies, like, not empower her, like equipment or something.
In Infinity War, she didn't have any guns. She had, like, these wrist things that, like, shot a slight little, like, stun thing or something. And she ran it full Infinity Stone Thanos and just got, like, beaten to shit. It's just like...
Are there comics of Avengers?
Yes.
No, I'm just wondering if it's, like, just a thing they did for the movies where they brought the characters together. So, I don't know. That's why I was just wondering, like, it's kind of weird that they would have her in there. I feel like that other chick, the one that's got the new Netflix series with the Mind guy.
Jessica Jones.
Vision and...
Wonder and Vision. Wonder Vision.
Yeah, Wonder. Like, I feel like she... we can talk about that in a bit.
Yeah, we can. But we should come up with better names. But I feel like she would have been better in the Avengers because she actually has a power with potential to do stuff. You feel me? Yeah, she's
feel your dog.
Definitely a much better Avenger and was like much more useful. She's like one of the most useful Avengers in Infinity War.
She's pretty powerful.
She like held off Thanos and it was just
she actually is powerful. That's the thing. Like you can tell from everything that she does in fights that she's actually got something going for her that's more than just being a human being.
Yeah.
And having skills.
Skills.
Like they legit could have Tom Cruise. Just
What?
the actor Tom Cruise as an Avenger.
Yep, we got Vision, we got War Machine, Scarlet Witch,
Captain
we got
America,
Captain
Hulk,
America, Iron
and
Man,
Tom
Hulk, Thor.
Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
He just
He's like, hey guys,
he just spends the whole movie running at
he's
Thanos.
just standing there.
I can do stunts.
Yeah, watch this barrel roll.
Watch
What's
me
a
almost break my
somersault?
leg in this stunt scene.
Honestly, probably more useful than Black Widow.
Tom Cruise with a broken
I
leg
love my
is more
man, Tommy
useful
Cruise.
than Black Widow.
Yeah, so WandaVision. What a fucking... I hope that's a, to be changed name, because
So what are the full names of both of the heroes?
Scarlet
just-
Witch is Wanda Maximoff. And
Wait,
Vision,
so her hero name is Scarlet Witch, but her human person name is Wanda?
Wanda Maximoff, yeah.
Okay.
And
And
Vision is Vision, or the Vision.
does he have a human name?
No, because he's like a android.
Okay. I'm gonna say it's weird that they would use his hero name but then her
Jarvis.
human name.
Yeah. Well, it's not... Yeah, I guess.
WandaVision. Sounds like like
Direction.
an alternative to Netflix or something.
Sounds like an alternative rock band from
What-
2010.
What
Yeah,
are you
it
saying,
does.
Josh, that you were worried that Disney Plus was going to be known as WandaVision or something like that? Or was I...
I thought that's what you were
What?
saying.
Yeah,
I thought that's what you thought it meant, but nah, it's all good. But like,
Yeah.
if that was what they made the name of this,
God, that...
just stop.
it's
Just
so
WandaVision.
bad.
Let's not stop there. There could be Wonder lots of things.
Yeah.
You know, Wonder cleaning products. Wonderful.
I'm waiting for the show Wonder and Friends. Wonder Friends.
Oh god.
Or One Direction.
Or
I'll see
they go
myself
on like
out.
dinner dates, trying food. Called
Yeah.
Wonder Gets Full.
Uh,
Anyway, yes, it's a horrible name.
there's a Falcon and Winter Soldier, is it? Or the Falcon and Winter Soldier? Anyway, it's like 1,000 times better than WandaVision.
Was there a name Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Yeah,
Was-
it's something along those lines. It's like Falcon and Winter Soldier, or there's the in there somewhere.
I don't think they could have chosen a worse name. Like, it's like they didn't put any effort into it at all. They just said, "Oh, here's a name, another name. There we go, done."
Oh, look, Wanda and Vision. I got it, WandaVision.
They
Like,
could have called it anything, like just Marvel, the duo. I don't know, fucking anything descriptive. They didn't have to choose a name.
fucking, the love story between humans and androids. That's a better story. Always.
Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah.
Always.
Well, what were you guys talking about?
Just the
WandaVision.
name, WandaVision still.
Did you guys come up with any better names?
Yeah,
I'm
Wanda
trying to
and
as we
Vision.
talk, but it's hard.
It's
Yeah, that's way better.
like it's literally one extra word. It's like,
Yeah, that's much better. Why
least
does
it-
everything
at least-
have to have like a snappy title these days?
Yeah, I know,
Why
that's
can't
what I
it
mean.
just
Like,
be
at least Wanda and Vision doesn't sound like they're trying to come up with something cool.
yeah,
It's like,
just-
this works, it's a name. But no, they have to try and be special and do WandaVision.
well, like it's called. I'm going to get it wrong again, but Falcon and Winter Soldier. Like, I think it's Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You know what? I'm just going to check just to make sure. But that's still like so much better because it's like
Well, it's
making clear
better
difference.
than like Falcon Soldier or some shit like that.
Falcon,
Winter Falcon.
Falcon Winter Soldier. What a great show that I love.
I reckon they wanted to call it just Vision. But
Yeah.
they probably... Nah, forget it. Alright, check out my name in Discord.
The Chief.
Yeah. Don't know
Master
about
Chief.
that one, Chief.
Is that it?
One chief. Don't give it up, Josh.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, Chief. I'm the
Cut
chief, but I call everyone else Chief.
So,
Hang on, I just need to message Chief real quick. Is this it? No.
Anyway,
You guys already gave your favorite Marvel movie thing.
sure did.
In the
Do you
last
have a
episode,
favorite
so
one?
I wanna... Yeah, and I think it might surprise people, but my favorite Marvel movie is actually Captain Marvel.
I'm
I know.
actually pretty surprised by that.
I really liked that movie. I think it hit like every note really well. They
I'm
didn't
not
spend
arguing
too
with
much.
you, but yeah.
Yeah, they didn't spend too much time fun bumming around trying to like explain things. They just did it in a way that like went along with the story of the movie.
Yeah.
There were some funny bits, the Australian dudes, and
Yeah, Ben Mendelsohn.
I just felt
Ben
like
Mendelsohn.
the action and it just had a good balance of everything.
It is a very good movie, I'd say.
Yeah, and like obviously Infinity War would be my favorite probably, but it's a longer movie, so I feel like it has its own class.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was so big that it just isn't in the same league.
It's a problem with Marvel movies, is that they're all in very different leagues. Like, my second favorite is Thor Ragnarok, but it's like my favorite of them for comedic purposes. Like, it's definitely the funniest Marvel movie there is, in my opinion.
I have to-
Ant-Man 2.
Remind myself of which one Ragnarok was.
The one with Thor and Hulk.
Okay, yeah.
The one with Thor and the Ragnarok. Thornarok.
Yeah. Thorn and the Rock. Thorn Rock.
Yeah, Thornrock.
Can you imagine if, like, Thor Ragnarok was just called Thor Hulk?
Or Thulk.
Thor Hulk.
Yeah, just Thulk.
They actually would call it a Thulk, honestly.
I can't wait for
I
the...
think it's so
That
cool.
sounds like those your cult milk things.
Your Thulk.
Man, when I need probiotics, I have a nice glass of Thulk.
Thulk. Sounds disgusting.
I can't wait for the next MCU movie. Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Hulk, Captain Marvel, the Winter Soldier,
Captain Armar, Thulk, Aruka, Soldier.
and then just, I'm not going to continue the joke, but just put all the names there.
Someone should do
Mash it
like
all
a green
together.
coloured protein shake called Bulk.
Sure.
Wouldn't it be called like Bulk, but like BHULK or some shit like that?
Why?
Because you bulk up, but it's also green,
BULK
so it's
works
Hulk.
fine, man. That's just an example of trying to overcomplicate it and be special.
But bulk would just be so average.
Well, on the
You haven't had
logo,
it.
you put a picture of Hulk. How about that?
Yeah. How about that?
I'm sure you get sued.
Or what about we do
Or we
Shrek?
just get some really mussy guy. We get The Rock, and we just put like a green filter on him.
Yeah, right, yeah, because he just fits everything, doesn't he?
He's pretty much the Hulk, but like
I did catch that part of the last episode. We talked about
Nice.
The Rock.
yeah,
I know,
big
right?
walking toll fans over here.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, but I know that you talked
So you
about
didn't watch it?
the Rock.
You
A
mean
little bit.
Walking Hard?
Well, I'd watch any movie with someone walking hard. That's a difficult skill. Speaking of difficult, you know what is a difficult concept
Do you
to
mean-
comprehend? Time travel.
Sorry, Paris. Do you mean walking hard? Do you mean like walking while hard, or
Or hardly walking?
Don't-
I'll see you all next Tuesday. Good
Yeah.
night. I'm still here though. Gotcha.
Oh, damn.
Oh, okay, I'll leave.
man? We got. Alright, Paris. Your question about time travel. Is there any? What's the?
Speaking of got, Game of Thrones.
No.
just
Oh,
that would
Paris.
have been the best transition.
Yeah, if you'd actually seen Game of Thrones.
Well, you guys can still talk about it.
No, we can't.
Sure you can.
I mean, it's
Sure
not like
can.
heaps happened.
Sure can.
Really.
Wow, still my joke.
Well, I perfected it. I took it, made it better.
And then I stole it.
Okay.
Speaking
All I'll
of
say about
stealing
it is, I'm a little bit worried about the 6 episodes thing. I feel like it's going to be really rushed,
yeah,
but I hope not.
it's
John
hard to
breaks
say.
his
I think
legs.
the last episode, I think it was the shortest of them.
I
But
think
I'm also
the
worried.
first 3 are like 60 minutes, and then the last 3
I love that
are
show.
80 minutes.
Game of Thrones has gone in a completely different direction this season.
Tonight on 60 Minutes. Oh my god, dragons! That's
And that's
the
it.
that's the limit of my
60
60
minutes
minutes
of that.
knowledge.
60 minutes of
I don't think
people
they have
panicking
dragons
about
on 60
dragons.
minutes. You don't need to know that much.
Yeah, but they introduce it by going tonight on 60 Minutes.
They do.
Yeah,
And they got
that's all
the
they do.
tick, tick, tick,
Fairly
tick,
sure.
tick. And that's about it.
Speaking about tick, Dark ticked all the boxes for me.
So, I think I've got ticks, right?
Paris has been trying really hard to
tick,
bring
tick,
that
tick.
topic up.
Alright, we
I
can
thought
talk
you
about
guys wanted to
Steins
talk
Gate.
about it.
Steins
the-
Gate
the-
is a great TV show with time
It's a
travel.
Gate TV show. Meowsters.
Meowsters.
Hey, Meowsters.
That's like the weeaboo version of my dude.
Sup, Meowsters. We
Right.
should say that in public. I think that'll go down great.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I would love
when we go to the cinemas to see Endgame, and the lady's like, "Hi," I'll be like,
Wait,
"Sup,
why is she high?
Meowster?"
She shouldn't be high at work.
Yeah, Paris,
Well,
explain.
Please
Then
explain.
I don't know why she's high.
Oh,
Sorry.
that's the
it's
end
not
of
a very
that.
good, not a very good story, is it?
Another mystery left unsolved. Speaking of
Yeah.
high, though, Paris, what's your opinion on cat girls?
You might need some more
Um,
context there. What do you mean by cat girls exactly?
Like the type who
Yeah, what do you
Wear
mean, eggs cat?
ears or like
they
I
wear
don't know.
cat
Is there
ears
any other kind?
and they say, "Hey, Meowsters."
Oh, like Faris, but
Like-
in real life.
I can't believe you remember her
Do those
name.
people exist?
I'm
Well,
sure
it's very
they do.
similar to my
I'm sure in
name, so-
Japan they have
yeah.
maid cafes in Japan. I'm sure they've got cat girl cafes as well. I'm gonna look it up.
Josh is
For
planning his
science.
holiday as we speak.
No, it's
You know
for
what?
science.
What's the quickest way that...
I just gotta do some research. I just want to make sure they exist, you know?
I'm fine with it. They can do what they want, but I don't really think
15
we get them here, right?
15 Tokyo cafes
Get
that are downright
them, yeah.
weird. Yeah.
Um,
Mate,
One
if those
robot
cafes started
restaurant.
popping up all over the place,
Oh my god, there's a Cuddles
Um,
cafe. I'm down. Let's do it.
Josh, if there's a maid cafe in Adelaide, would you or would you not go to it?
oh, you'd have to go
I
once.
think
at least.
like if we can find a way to spin it like that, we're going for the irony sake. Sure,
It's-
man.
It's for the podcast, I swear.
We're doing it.
That's
If we're
what you
doing
say.
it for science,
We're just doing it for the meme, you know?
I don't think I could bring myself to like do something like that. Like,
Yeah, neither.
I'm not the kind of dude who would like go and hang out at a strip club. So why would I go there? You know?
I think it's a bit of a leap, but
Is it?
No,
Is it?
It's kind of the same thing. It's like a.
kind of the...
It's like
it's,
a
it's
soft.
they're using
It's
it's
like. Sorry, Josh.
Continue?
Josh.
said continue.
Oh, I thought you were continuing.
Why? No, I said continue as in
Oh,
continue.
I didn't hear you say continue. But I was just going to say that it's like a maybe M or MA thing, whereas like a strip club's like like you go into a maid cafe and obviously like girls aren't naked and stuff, but there's still that thing where you're going there to be shown a good time by a girl.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's
Is that Maybe
They
I
don't
wouldn't
make
go.
maid cafes because they want to, because it's like a style thing. They do it because they do it for the penis. So it has
Well,
the
I
same
don't think
principle.
they do it for the penis, but they do it because people with a penis
Yeah,
pay
that's what,
a ridiculous amount of
man,
money.
I ain't getting into specifics.
So,
I'm
like,
just saying.
People go there
Super sane.
because that's their thing, almost like a fetish, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
It's like they want to see ladies dressed up as cats, I guess, serving them food and like making them feel good or something. Right, that makes it a lot weirder.
And like it's called a maid cafe because the girls dress up as a maid, and so they get like a weird sexual thing off of being served by like attractive girls dressed as maids.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't go to that.
Yeah.
I mean, why would you go to a restaurant with like where the girls wear specific things like that? Like just girls, right? It's not like there's going to be dudes dressed as maids there, you know? So it's
Also
like
dressed up as cats.
there's an obvious reason for why there's a maid cafe, and it's not just because they make good food.
Yeah, true.
The number 3 on the weird Tokyo cafes is a place called Soinea, which translates to sleep together shop.
Okay.
It's a cafe where you enjoy a platonic relationship with one of the cafe's girls. This could mean cuddling, napping together, or laying in her arms for 20 minutes, or up to 10 hours. Aimed at single men, Soeneas are thought to be perfect remedy for a lonely heart.
Oh no. These places exist.
Yep.
Yes.
Only in Japan.
No.
Paris, you want to see what a maid cafe looks like? Here you go.
I want to be accepting of like.
I want to be far away from those things. We just said like the opposite thing.
Okay. What's worse to you, Paris? Because have you been to a strip club?
No. I don't know why. I don't know why I hesitated.
What was that, Paris? Where have you been, boy?
Yeah, the strip club in GTA doesn't count.
Then no.
Yeah. Take the easy way out.
All right. So
You gave him an escape plan. He took it.
Yeah, but we all know what he was really saying.
No, for real, I haven't. I was
maybe Paris stripped.
I'm not going to say anything because I'll dig myself a hole. Just continue.
You also haven't been to a maid
you
cafe.
don't think you're digging yourself a hole now?
Correct.
I don't want to dig one.
You might as well fill it in
my life.
Come on.
So I haven't been to a maid cafe either.
Which idea repulses you more?
Out of a strip club and a maid cafe.
I guess like the idea of a strip club is more mainstream, but it's still a very similar concept where it's like
still
a guy paying or girl, you know.
I think it's a culture thing. I think in Japan, if you were living in Japan and you grew up there, maid cafes and stuff might seem a bit more normal.
Yeah, and maybe the strip clubs would seem.
I think
weird.
people over there are a bit more in touch with their I don't know, just the way life is. So people are more accepting of people who would go there, you know. If someone here went to a place like that, everyone would just be like, fucking loser or something. But over there, I think it's just like more...
It's probably normal.
You know, people are just like, yeah, he's lonely, whatever.
So it's normal to go to a strip club then, Josh?
I don't know, is it? It probably is. Maybe we're just not normal.
I've been to a strip club.
We're not normal.
B. Paris, why don't you have the guts to come out and just say it like that?
Because I haven't.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right,
okay.
Whatever.
You're the one being
just scared that
suspicious
his
about
mum's
it.
going to listen.
Yeah.
So it's okay, Paris. You're an adult.
Scared of Waste will listen.
And no one else listens to this podcast.
And then he will lay waste to you.
Right.
There's Vasi. Other people I can't mention.
I don't really know what to ask about your experience at a strip club, Cam, but I feel like you have some explaining to do.
I went there as part of Bleep's birthday, his 18th, I think.
Right.
We just ended up there after the casino. and it definitely wasn't my thing. It was just I felt, as you know, I'm a
Gross.
very awkward person, and I felt very awkward there, and I was just like,
So it's no different to anywhere else. And
yeah,
Was it just gross though? Like, did you just feel sleazy?
I was just like, this is not the place for me.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely not my thing. That's for sure.
Maid Cafes more your thing, right?
Probably.
Gotcha.
If it's cleaner.
I mean, if you had a choice between the two,
yeah, I would
pick
definitely
Maid
choose that.
Cafe,
If it's cleaner. The real kicker about strip clubs is the whole idea just seems dirty. Just feel like filthy money flying around. Like, I don't know. You don't know where the money's been. That sort of thing. And it's not like a maid cafe is sexual. It's like the lightest sexual thing that you could probably find.
It's the people that find it sexual. It's not like they're...
Yeah, and it's not like you don't really interact with them, right? They just sort of... They're just cute. And that's it. It's not like they're naked.
That's true.
But I think a lot of people, like, people who don't live there would go there just, like, out of irony, just for, like, the joke and just to see what's going on. I think my Chonny went there when he went to Japan, but he went with his girlfriend, so maybe that's a bit more okay.
Yeah, if you have a girlfriend, you're allowed to.
Yeah.
If you go by yourself, it's a bit of a red flag.
Alright, guys. Let's get girlfriends, and then we'll meet back, and then we'll go to a maid cafe.
Cameron,
We'll get
please,
girlfriends just so we can go to a maid cafe.
in the realm of possibility, Cameron, please.
Sorry, Paris.
Well, we could use that app. Wasn't there an app for, like, not for girlfriends, but, like,
I wouldn't know,
for
Paris.
friends? Huh?
I wouldn't know.
Are you sure?
Fairly.
Anyway, we use one of those apps where you can hire, like, a friend for the day, and then just, like, make sure she's female, and then you can go to the maid cafe.
That won't work.
Why
She'll just
not?
think you're fucking weird.
Honestly,
I mean,
if you're
most
using
of the people on that app are probably weird.
Yeah.
So,
Josh, yeah, if you're using an app to... I
The
don't know, I feel
girlfriend
bad
thing
laughing about
works
it.
because they've
but-
accepted who you are. You've gotten that far in the relationship because they've accepted who you are. So then it's okay to go. But if you just hire someone who has no idea who you are, you just give it a horrible first impression.
I love how you say, like, accepted who you are, as if Paris desperately wants to go to a maid cafe.
No, I'm just speaking generally, not about Paris.
Generally.
No,
But
Paris won't go to a
Generally,
maid
not
cafe. He's too busy going to that strip club he keeps going to.
Yeah.
I don't...
What's the name?
Don't look at me! Paris will go and hang out at his parents tomorrow, and then he will like sit there and someone will go, I'm going to check out that last podcast episode. And then Paris starts
No, Mum,
furiously
don't.
sweating.
Have you mentioned the podcast to your mum, Paris?
Oh, yeah. My folks know.
And
He's probably listening right now.
And what?
what, reactions?
That's it.
What?
Just disappointment.
Yeah, your mum seems like the type who would just be like, really? Or just like sound disappointed.
My son.
My son.
when people come up to her at the shops and, so what's your son doing these days? She just makes up some bullshit like just he works at McDonald's just because that's better than saying
died.
he has a podcast.
He's studying to become a doctor.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Paris actually died.
Yeah, then she
Yeah,
just says I'm
that's-
dead.
That's
Yeah.
brutal.
It's just easier that way.
Really? I saw him the other week. Oh, he's dead to me.
Something
So-
like that.
Too real.
literally.
Sorry, Paris.
I showed him like one of the old episodes. I believe it was the one where we're arguing over that Monopoly game.
Nice.
And then
Episode
he was
2.
like,
They
Episode
laughed
two,
at a
episode
few
Son.
things. It was mostly my dad laughing.
That was also like not very good. as far as that's like the second episode we ever. No, it was the third one we filmed. The second
I
one
liked
we
that
released.
episode. Sorry, Cam.
It was good, but I think we've definitely had better ones since.
Oh yeah.
If
But
you agree,
they seem to
leave
like
your
it,
answer in
but
the comment below.
they also didn't ask to like hear more or anything, and they also don't listen. So
that was great, Paris. Do you want to hear
probably
more?
a sign that
No.
yeah.
Well, you
I'm gonna
try.
edit out my coughs and stuff. Sorry.
No, that's the
But,
bleep noise.
Oh god. Fuck.
the God Squad.
I don't remember what I was gonna say now. It's too late. It was a joke, but it's too late now.
Do your parents know?
My dad definitely doesn't. Wait, actually, no. He definitely knew about it, but he probably like tried to erase it from his mind or something.
Yeah,
He tries to avoid it. I have no son.
My mum's probably similar, just because one time, like one of the first ones we filmed, I think maybe the first episode, Ethan put up a sign on my door saying, "Don't disturb, podcast in session."
Wow.
And he's done a couple since then. So they
3D printed signs.
no, just regular
What's the
printed out
point?
sign.
He's got a 3D printer. Might as well
Just paper
use
that's
it.
like 2 centimeters thick.
Yeah, they
The
haven't
letters
mentioned
could be
it
3D.
or asked to watch it. So
They're just trying to pretend like you don't.
yeah, like I don't exist. They're like,
Fair
we've
enough.
got better sons.
Every time you like bring it up, they'll just like change the subject. Or Cam, can you go bring in the washing? Hey,
We failed
hey
with
Dad,
the first
check out
one.
this podcast. Hey, Cam, can you go and fetch me that thing from the shed?
What thing? Oh, just anything. That's
Just
there.
get me something from the shed. For fuck's
Just
sake.
something with a
My
handle.
son.
One of the screwdrivers.
My belt.
Yeah, beat some sense into you.
Too real. Alright, next topic. So speaking of light,
Light.
did you guys see the black hole that came out recently? The photo of the black hole.
The black hole that came out.
Oh.
Didn't know it had a sexual orientation, but that's fine.
Wow, it's up to it.
Good on
really.
it. Good job, black hole.
Yeah.
Many things will be going into that black hole very soon.
Yes.
But when there is light, there must be darkness. So, dark.
Oh.
It's not really
Paris.
that dark. My room's got a light on.
Yeah, it must be that black hole.
Great. Cool.
Yeah.
Actually, the
Yeah.
black hole thing kind of ties into dark as well, now that I think about it.
Oh, it's true. Also,
what
dark
a
ties
coincidence.
into Back to the Future. What's everyone's favorite Back to the Future movie?
It does not tie.
And
Gotta be
space is
really
so
stupid.
just so dark.
It's so
It's
weird.
crazy to see how light travels.
It's just so weird, and I don't know, man. We're never gonna find anything. I don't think. I think we'll all be dead
Well,
before we do.
That's a
You
really
guys will be.
dark thought, Josh.
Speaking of dark thoughts, have you guys had
Speaking of
any good
thoughts,
dreams recently?
You guys think much?
Thanks.
Oh, here's one. I forgot about this. Okay. Do you guys have any reoccurring nightmares? Or, like, did you have any when you were a kid? For example, I had one. I used to have one all the time when I was a kid. In which I had this fear of, like, I don't know if it was wolves, but just like big scary dogs, like big black scary dogs that were out to get me for some reason. That got the taste of blood. They were always coming after me.
Damn.
And I'd always be dreaming, just having like a normal dream, and then like at some point during the dream I'd hear like barking in the distance, and that's
Really?
when I knew they were coming for me. I was
Wait,
Oh,
like,
that's scary.
Is this like a common thing? You used to be scared of wolves, and they were in your dreams.
always, yeah. And and I'd hear them, and I would be like, "Fucking hell!" Well,
But
the
we just like
dream's
your
over
dog
now.
world, like the neighbor's dog barking.
No.
Nah, no way.
No, I don't think so. Anyway, so yeah, they'd start barking, and I'd just like freak out. I knew they'd coming for me. Like I could hear them coming down the street, like getting closer.
Yeah.
And I would always like it'd be like a dream where I'm somewhere, usually in my own house. Like I remember one dream I was like my parents were out, I was home, my sister was home, and my sister's boyfriend at the time was home. We were all playing some board game. And we're having a good time, making some jokes. And then all of a sudden, I hear the barking in the distance, and I'm like, fuck, alright. It's turning into one of these. And I go to close the front door, but I freeze in my dream. I'm like frozen, I'm like stuck in my body, and I can't get to the door. Like trying to push myself to get there, and I can't. Eventually, the dogs come, and they attack, and I wake up.
God.
And I just like almost leap out of my bed because I'm just so like, yeah. So that was one I got a lot. Did you guys ever have like a reoccurring nightmare, maybe when you were a kid?
Nope.
Like that?
I can't think of
flat
a
answer is no.
Or am I just weird?
Nightmare as such.
I know there've been a couple of times where I've had the same dream, but not like two nights in a row. Like it'll be like one day, and then a couple of weeks later, I'm like, oh, I remember that one. It was last week. Not the exact same, but like just the same situation. And I remember thinking in the dream, like, oh, this happened before.
I can talk a bit about. I was talking about that nightmare before, but there's a bit more. It didn't end there.
All right.
So these dogs that would always come after me in my dreams, for some reason, I think it was I moved into a new room, which is like my sister's old room.
Yeah.
And then for some reason, the dogs in my dream had like moved. For some reason, I thought they like lived under the bed in the old room. I thought that where these dogs lived was like under the bed in the old room for some reason.
Right.
I was like, that's where they hide.
How young were you when this was going on?
Fuck, I don't know, man. Like 10, maybe.
Okay. Yep.
And I was like, I need to get these dogs out of my dream. And the way I did that was I dreamt that I went over to the next room, like found where they were living and hiding, and killed them. In my dream. And then, the funny thing is, they never came after me again.
I feel like I'm witnessing the fucking...
The birth of a serial killer.
Yeah, the origin story of a serial killer. Someone who goes and hunts animals and kills them in the night or something.
For real though, I was like, this is the way I gotta like stop them from coming after me. In my dream, I got to them first, took them all out, and I never had the dream again.
That's legit some like Wilson Fisk like crazy fucking guy. Like, it all began when I was a kid. I would always have these nightmares about these wolves that would hunt me in the night. So one day I went and found where they were hiding and I killed them.
And then they never came after me again.
So the lesson I learned from that is to make things I don't like go away, I have to kill them.
It was almost like a lucid dream. Like, I took control of the dream. I took charge. I was like, alright, I'm getting to them before they get to me.
Bro, do you know how much better our lives would be if we could take control of our own dreams?
Fucking awesome.
I remember having dreams where I was literally able to become a Super Saiyan, like Dragon Ball Z, and like it just was just lit. It was just lit, man. Like, actually, I remember flying over my house, like just jumping off the ground, flying over my house, nice. And the sensation of shooting a Kamehameha from my hand, like charging up the beam and shooting it somewhere, it felt so good. And I woke up and I was boring. Like, boring.
Then you realised how shit life is because you
Life
can't
is lame.
come at how do you say it?
Come out. Kick. Just say Kamea wave.
You couldn't top kek.
Yeah.
You woke up and you found out you couldn't top kek in real life. So
Ken.
what's the point?
Top
Those
Ken.
always suck. It's the sad realization that.
And then you
I'm
wake
not
up and you
super
go to
sad.
write Top Kek in the chat, but it autocorrects the Top Ken, and you realise even further that life is just a burning pit of hell.
Top Ken. I prefer that to top kek. Really, we should start using top Ken.
Top Ken. But yeah, well, I actually do remember a dream that I had a few times when I was a kid. It's kind of weird.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't think it has any meaning at all, but
I mean, mine probably.
I don't
doesn't.
think it was our house, or at least
It was in the middle of your street.
it was,
Oh,
it was our house, but like it was just totally different. Like I knew it was my home, but it wasn't our house. I remember having to go outside to get one of my socks off the clothesline, but there was like a lion out there. I remember having this dream a few times, but the lion didn't really look like a lion. It was more like a cartoon lion. I don't know. It was weird.
Nice.
Maybe as a kid I thought it was the sock monster. Kind of sounds familiar.
the sock
Nice.
monster.
I like just the idea of having recurring dreams of having to get a sock off the lion if it was a lion.
Maybe
It's
it
like,
wasn't a
Josh,
sock.
you still haven't gotten
and
that sock off the line. I told you.
But
to get
that's
that.
like when I was a kid. I just remember thinking like something. It was something to do with socks. Either the lion looked like it was made out of socks, or there was a sock on the line that I had to get, and I was scared to go outside.
Yeah. You just kept
Oh,
getting
yeah.
confused. Like, they'd say, can you get the sock off the lion? You're like, the lion or the lion?
Can you get the
something
sock
to
off
do
the
with it?
line?
Honestly, that could have been like what
He walks
brought it on.
outside and there's like a lion with a sock in its mouth. You're like, how badly do you need this sock, Mum? She's like, desperately.
Get it,
It's a life or death situation.
get it, or no supper.
Yeah. You want to wear no socks for the rest of your life?
You're going to look like a fucking
They're the only
idiot.
socks you're ever going to own.
Listen, if you wanted to keep your socks, you shouldn't have put them on the lion.
You should have put him in the lion's mouth. That was stupid.
Idiot. I don't know
Anything
what
you
to
want to
tell
talk
you,
about, Paris?
Chief. I think there is. I think it's on the tip of his tongue.
Nah,
Spit it
nah,
out,
I
man.
don't think so.
How crazy are tongues?
Tongues,
What are they?
tongues
know,
are
man.
weird, dude.
Sponges.
Tongues are weird things. Just
That
weird.
was a really good discussion topic. Can we move on to the real shit now? Like
That
Dark.
is real. We're
I want to talk
talking
about Dark,
tongues,
but I have no
Josh.
idea where to begin with that show. Harris, you want to start us off with your amazing insight?
Yeah,
this.
so for those of you who don't know,
And that's all we have time for.
thanks.
Thank
Is that land I see in the distance?
Goodbye.
Goodbye.